Well, goodness, hello everybody, and good evening. What's up, Two Hit? I see you getting an early start there. Good evening, Shadows the Trash Mammal, and Satellite Sun and Fury Fighter. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I am doing lovely. Absolutely lovely. Has there ever been a Saturday where I wasn't doing lovely? I guess maybe there have been ones where I've had like a stomach ache or been feeling gross or unwieldy or something. But in general, Saturdays can be relied upon to be really solid days. Cheers, chat. Hope it's a good one. I had a very productive day, in fact. Pretty good. Moved on to Dragon Quest 3. Man, it's such a fucking leap compared to Dragon Quest 2 in quality. Yeah, I always wanted to play it. I never did get around to it. As I got older and I played more RPGs, I always had in the back of my mind that I should go back to the Dragon Quest series and play some of the more well-received ones, but I just never did. Good evening, Arcane Tradition. Good to see you. So our front yard is basically landscaped. It's pretty much done. So now it's just a matter of maintaining it. And since it's all rock, it's just all rocks. That means anything that falls on it really stands out. So, I spent a while today wandering around my yard and picking up all the leaves and debris that has fallen in there over the past week. And then I went out back where my my little grassy bit of backyard is pretty much entirely dead. Trimmed that down as far as I could and started raking, and then I ended up raking up like half the yard. I just have a little dirt field out there now, and it was a lot of work. I completely filled up my my city trash bucket with culled dead grass, but it felt good to have it done. because that shit had not grown back. Yeah, embrace the dirt. Yeah. Commander went well. Nice. Good. We'll get to the GBC port. Nintendo Power. It might be worth making that a special eventually. It's not all that long. You know, if there are GBA Dragon Quests, you could request them right now. GBA requests for the next GBA Variety Night are open at the moment. We have 2 out of 5 slots filled. So that is something you could consider. They have a walkthrough in issue 144. Oh, we'll be there in no time. We'll be there like that. There's only one in his Japan exclusive Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart. Interesting. I don't think I've heard of that one. Return to Desert. That's the idea, dude. Like, why would you have like a lush green yard in a place like Southern California? It's supposed to be desert. It's not supposed to be all grassy and shit. So I'm embracing that. I am embracing the arid climes. But yeah, so that was nice. I did a ton of yard work in the morning and into the afternoon, and then I was just wiped out. So I crumpled and played some 2 Point Campus. I did pick up 2 Point Campus while it was on sale, and I started playing today, and it is lovely and charming. Just as good as 2 Point Hospital, just a very different vibe to it. Well, not vibe. It's got the same vibe. Different structure to it is the thing. In 2 Point Hospital, you basically build services and people come in and use them. But in 2 Point Campus, you have to assemble like a class structure. And then as time progresses, you have semesters and off periods. It's nice. I actually really like, I think I prefer it to 2 Point Hospital. Because there's like a designated period for really working on your campus and expanding it, and like your people are still wandering around and are interacting with each other, but time isn't progressing because it's simulating the summer vacation. So you don't get to any of the important stuff like class performance and any of that until you start the next academic year. It's cool. Monster series or Pokemon Dragon Quest spin-offs revolve around recruiting your own party monsters while playing a side character for one of the mainline entries and going on your own small-scale adventure. That sounds cute. You also request GBA games in general so you can get my Astro Boy nomination. You should, yeah. I mean, 3 more. Three more requests and we're there. We're in. We've got it. So. What is that? What is that 2-hit? Mon games kind of work for Akira Toriyama designs, but I've never played any of them, so I don't know if they're good at all. Oh, wait, is that? No, wait, is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, Blanca player, 2-time Capcom Cup champion. Nice. Yeah, I didn't watch any of Evo today. It's much easier for me to watch Evo when I'm supposed to be doing something else. And I want to put something on in the background, and then I just get completely absorbed by it. But today I was gardening and I was playing my own things, so yeah. Let me do multiple. I can afford it. I'll buy it my own GP. I mean, I don't think I have any rules against that, do I? I'm trying to remember if I actually put any restrictions on this. No, the only limit I put on it is 5 requests per night, since that's the theoretical limit for it. I don't believe it's 1 per person. It's not in the request thing, and I don't think I said that. Yeah, I didn't say that on Discord either, so. I mean, I wouldn't do it right away. I would give people a bit more time to maybe get another request. But yeah, if it languishes for too long, like if we get to the end of next week and it's still just the same 2, go ahead. Go ahead. Might be conflating with other votes. It's hard to keep all these rules straight. So many rules. Speaking of which, if y'all saw on Discord, there is another vote going on right now, but this is a special one. I'm quite suddenly revealing what it is that we're gonna do for our 5-year stream anniversary. That's right, next week, it's actually Thursday. August 10th is the anniversary, but Friday is such a better night to do stuff. Good evening, Manic. Oh, you're pooping? I hope it was a good one. What has been requested? Street Fighter 2 and Yoshi. That's it so far. Just those 2 games. Y'all are on notice. Nominate GBA games or I'll make chat's worst nightmare happen. A stream of nothing but good games. Yeah, we still have 3 GBA slots left open. And there's technically no rule against one person filling them all up. And that's what Satellite Sun is threatening to do unless other people throw in suggestions. How many years out is that from Beardish? Beardish was like mid year 2 to like early year 3, I think. I think. But anyway, I've been streaming for 5 years next week. And I want to try inaugurating a new tradition. Something that we haven't really done around here. But I like votes and I like feedback. And I like knowing what you all like. Because normally you're focused on picking things that I just hate. But I enjoy positivity. Rampant, unbridled positivity. So, I have devised a little survey, a little vote, where I want y'all to tell me what were some of the best streams of the past year of streaming, going from this August back to last August. So not calendar year, but like stream year. I've listed out all the major games that we played for full playthroughs, and you can mark as many of those as you think deserve the appellation of the best. And then there's a second question asking what the best Friday features are, whether they be the wheel, the weird old wheel, GP talks, manual read-throughs, variety nights, all of that stuff. So, Aslan was just outside the window. Yeah, basically the cutoff was XCOM Apocalypse. XCOM Apocalypse ended like a week or 2 after our streamiversary last year. So anyway, I'm gonna link that for you. The bot will link the survey periodically throughout the night. Vote is gonna run through the end of next Thursday's stream. It's gonna run through our actual anniversary. Then on Friday, I will start with a Just Chatting stream where we talk about the results. We talk about the streams of the past year, the highs, the lows, the mids, what y'all liked, what y'all didn't like, and then, based on your favorite full playthroughs, I will either revisit 1 or 2 of those games or play something new that's in the ballpark of the stuff that y'all really, really enjoyed. So, mightn't that lead to something more in the future? I can't say. It's really just for this one night, but who knows? Who knows? This is new. So far, that just seems like a normal stream. Like maybe Kingsfield 2? I mean, that's awfully specific, but anything's possible, I suppose. So yeah. Oh, if y'all have any questions or anything about this, feel free. I didn't include anything from October because October had its own votes and feedback and survey and debrief and all that. So the Spooktober is kind of its own little thing. I won't include that in these because we played a lot of games in October. I mean, already this survey that I just linked y'all has upwards of like 30 games that we did like full playthroughs of, and I pared that down. I didn't put any of the hidden object games that we did. I skipped a couple one-offs and games that we started but didn't finish because I knew they wouldn't get very warm receptions in retrospect. I'd want Kingsfield 4, it would make sense to do them out order. Yeah, we'll have to get to that eventually. One stream I watched did a next game thing in a cute way where they set up a request list and then took a bunch of Smash amiibos, named the character as top request. Some Smash tourney, whoever won that played. We could get really creative about our next games in the future. If y'all somehow tire of democracy, if you get tired of having a say in what it is that we play and just want to leave it up to chaos, we definitely have options. I mean, the wheel is always lurking, right around in the corners, in the gutters of these frames, right, just out of the corner of your eye. You'll never see it directly, but it's always there, just waiting for you. Bloodsport, rollerball. Also, Zem, it is good to see you, and Eva, it is good to see you as well. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see all y'all out tonight for Power Player Purgatory. I knew when I was setting up the stream tonight, and I turned the page, and I saw, I totally forgot this spread exists. But then all the memories came flooding back, and I was like, well, that's what we're doing tonight. Added a game to your little list. Oh, wait, thank you, Eva. I appreciate that. It's that sort of consideration is what makes streaming worth streaming. So. But yeah. I'm doing a lot of planning right now. I know I'm not supposed to. I know I'm supposed to be a bit more of a freewheeler, but us settling in a Might and Magic 7 means we're gonna be on that for a while. Like that's basically August for us, if not longer, depending on how terrible I am at it. So I've kind of had to plan ahead for certain things, like for example, Blasphemous 2 coming out on, I believe it's the 24th, and I'm gonna stream that. I'm going to break my own rule about streaming brand new games, and I'm gonna stream Blasphemous 2 because I like it so much, and I'm kind of planning ahead for what that's gonna mean. It's called The Dame, was loaded, and I figured nobody else would add it. God, Cubert. Hi, Dave. It's good to see you tonight, buddy. Dave, I'm sorry. I did a couple battles in Territory War, but I fucked them up. I try not to leave anybody preloaded, but I'm not having a good Territory War round this time. Hopefully I'm not the deciding factor in this one. I'd request Pilot Wings again if I thought you saved your game. Did I? I'm not even sure I did. I don't even know how you save in that game. What a rebel. I love Cubert. Unfollow. I suppose that's fair. I'll do better next time, I promise, maybe. All right. One more reminder for the people who just came in, for the people who are trickling in. Check it out. We have a survey going on for our 5-year stream anniversary. I want to know what you thought the best full playthroughs of the past stream year were, and what our best Friday features are. And there's a third question. I forgot to mention this. It's optional, but if there's one particular game that you really, really want to see in the upcoming year, go ahead and splap it down there. So I'll definitely take those into consideration. I'm looking to see if more than one person requests anything in particular. Because usually when I do open-ended questions, it's like everybody just mentioning like their favorite game or whatever. I'm looking for that magical overlap. Star Trek had a musical episode this week. It was kind of fun. I've watched a bunch of the clips and I really want to watch it. It looks great. I need to get Paramount Plus and start catching up. I'm so cheap, and I spend my time doing other things. Y'all post stream, I'm gonna watch Strange New Worlds while I play Dragon Quest 3. Y'all convinced me. I give in. Good. A lot of people are saying it's the best new Trek. Some people are saying it's the best Trek ever. I really, really enjoy it. For my part, I've only seen season 1 and clips of season 2, but it's basically exactly what I want Star Trek to be. It's fun and it's hopeful and it's multi-layered and varied and it's daring and it takes chances and it does different things and it's everything that I want. Uh-oh. I see a hat incoming. I got done watching Lower Decks and Strange New World episode and enjoyed it a lot. Picard season 3 is everything I ever wanted. I think for big time fans of Next Generation, I think season 3 finally hit right. Fabulous Pirate, you got it, buddy. Yar ho hee har har. Look, I'm a One Piece character. I could die happy. I'm glad to hear that, Newhouser. I mean, please don't. Please don't die, but you know, it's good to know your affairs are in order. So also, hi Newhouser, it's good to see you tonight. And Library Man as well. Fabulous. I wonder how many hats ours could fit on at once. There was a night, Shadows, before I drew a line in the sand, where I just let people keep requesting hats and I just kept stacking them and stacking them. And it was fun, but it was also hell on my neck and spine, so hats get heavy. It was great, but it was also a lot. Q finally smooshed Picard and complained about Cisco. No spoilers, Arcane. No spoilers. Just trying to sell as a pirate was clearly Pimp is utterly unacceptable. However, pirates are in right now, okay? Pirates are cool and good. Thanks, One Piece. It's Alvida's hat, isn't it? Oh, it might be, actually. Actually, wait. Hang on. Wait a tick. Wait a tick. Ah, no. Hers is white. Hers is white with a red plume. It's also not frilly around the edges. It's actually nothing like Alvida's hat. Funny enough. There has to be a character in One Piece that has a hat like this, though. I refuse to believe that there isn't. It was great for the viewer. I already got the Donnie Darko soundtrack running. It's too late. I legit thought you were making a Scott Pilgrim reference. No, it's been too long since I last read Scott Pilgrim. The voice of my generation. My specific subset of my generation. So, I think Macho Man Randy Savage had a hat like that. I mean, he had to, didn't he? I think the frills, though. I think the frills are what set this apart. Bread makes you fat. Oh yeah. The idea of Strange New Worlds being a good new episodic TV series is really fucking refreshing me. Yeah. It's honestly really refreshing in an era of extra dense prestige TV where everything has to have like a big through line plot. Everything has to tie into everything else. Cinematic universes and multiverses are all the rage. And here's Strange New Worlds. They're just like, fuck it, we're gonna do a musical episode. We're gonna do a crossover with our animated series. We're gonna do our own version of Alien. We're gonna do a political intrigue episode. We're gonna do one where everybody goes on shore leave and just fucks around. It's gonna be great. Cinematic universes suck. I mean, I still think they can be cool, but I think anything Marvel has pioneered at this point, I think is just massively oversaturated. And I think cinematic universes and multiverses right now, I think people are wearing thin on them specifically because of Marvel. Prestige TV where every season has to feel like an 8-hour movie. Yeah, we don't need any more of those. Serialized TV, if a show is a good idea, can be fun. If a show is a bad idea, it's hell on fucking earth because everything has to tie in. Yeah. Kind of want to like Big Lebowski respond to that. Every time Scott Pilgrim comes up, I get sad that movie wasn't a hit. We could have had a Lost at Sea adaptation in seconds. I mean, I thought that movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. And like the whole cast is coming back for the animated series they're gonna do. What's up, Vesti? Yeah, they're basically gonna do that, I think. DC Animation was the unsung cinematic universe. I mean, it wasn't exactly unsung. I mean, DC Animation has been going strong for decades at this point. But it was also like easier to fall into and out of because it wasn't so strictly connected. I think the big problem with cinematic universes now is Marvel gives you homework. Like, if you want to enjoy the new thing, there is this like set obligation to see all the stuff that ran up to it. I mean, I'm sure you could probably still enjoy it without that, but there's so much shit that ties into so much other shit, and so many references and Easter eggs and post-credit scenes and stuff that it feels like you're missing out if you're not up to the minute on this stuff. And like, look, I don't want homework for my entertainment media. I don't. AOA anime Scott Pilgrim? Yeah. They announced it a couple months ago, I think, that they're gonna do an animated Scott Pilgrim series, and everyone from the movie is gonna reprise the roles. Doing the movie before the comic was finished was also maybe a mistake. I didn't remember that that's what they did. Movie never gets the point of presenting Ramona as flawed, but I think book 6 does a much better job of it. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, book 6 is a lot denser than the other ones. It's a lot thicker, too. Everybody okay? I should get my DM. Yeah, I saw that. I've actually heard about that game back when I was looking up Gemini Home Entertainment stuff. Series my friend co-created got picked up by Netflix. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. DC Cinematic Universe especially is bad about that. It just started as dense as humanly possible. No films make you go, okay, why should I care about this? Brian Lee O'Malley is part of the new animation. It's also an animated show licensed by Netflix, so they better get done with the season. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Fury. Yeah, Gemini Home Entertainment stuff is really cool. A little bit off topic, but if y'all are big fans of analog lo-fi horror and you've never seen Gemini Home Entertainment on YouTube, that's probably my favorite, honestly. Y'all see the Castlevania new season trailer? I did, yeah. I did. I think it's interesting that they're going with kind of a different vibe for this one. But yeah. Yeah, I think DC really fumbled the ball with their cinematic universe, because they just tried to do everything too fast. It felt like they were really trying to catch up to Marvel when, you know, it doesn't. What Marvel did doesn't work if you don't have years and years and years of build up to it. And DC tried to shortcut all that with movies that just really didn't have the same emotional resonance as a lot of the Marvel ones did. Yeah. Real ball fumble was a dark. Oh god, the Dark Universe. Oh my god. What a weird approach to that concept. Like, I mean, the funniest thing is it's already been done. Like, the Hammer horror movies basically did all that back in the what? The 60s and 70s? They had a template for it. Just make a bunch of fun, campy, goofy horror movies and start putting your monsters in the other ones. But no, they had to start with this weird, shitty concept for the Mummy, and To Bother the Wolfman didn't do well. I didn't see that one. Castlevania new season, Castlevania new series, Castlevania Nocturne. They're done with Trevor and his folks. They're doing Richter. Abbott and Costello meet the Jigsaw. Did y'all see there's another Saw movie, like Saw 10 or something? Jesus Christ, dude. Dracula Untold and the Wolfman were really good. Wow, Dracula Untold. Now there's a name I've not heard in a long time. Don't we kind of do that for comedies with Sandler movies? Yeah, but why would anyone on Earth want to watch those? Zack Snyder is a bad director who couldn't handle any of the characters, given that's very much a personal opinion. Yeah, I mean, some people love Snyder's films. I personally don't get it, but you know what? Different strokes and all that. Nocturne will probably go into a Symphony of the Night series. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I mean, if your main character is Richter, it's kind of hard to skip over Symphony of the Night, especially with all the crazy deep cuts they did with Trevor's storyline. Jesus. I still cannot believe they took major story beats from Castlevania Curse of Darkness for the Netflix series. I don't think I'll ever get over that. Fucking Hector was in it. You haven't even heard of Dracula Untold? Dracula Untold and I, Frankenstein. What I think is funny is we all chose to ignore that whole cinematic universe concept was invented by Kevin Smith for his Skew-niverse. Because it wasn't like a big overt thing. It wasn't the point of the movie. I think that's the other thing about it, $10. Also, good to see you. Hello, good evening. Like, Marvel made it the point of their movies. Like, yeah, they started out with you know, Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and telling their stories or and whatever. But right from the start, there were cameos, there were references. You knew that they wanted to get to Avengers. That was obvious. They still made movies that you could enjoy just for the sake of the movie, but it was clear enough what they were doing. And then they got to Avengers, and then they introduced Thanos. And you're like, okay, they're going for Infinity War. We know this. Kevin Smith just made movies. The fact that they were connected was like secondary to all that. Yeah, exactly. Cameos and comedies feel a little different. I mean, it's, yeah, the intent and the framing of it is huge. Like in Marvel, it was inescapable. It really, really was. Cinematic universes start with the Universal Monster movies, Dracula, Frankenstein. El Mariachi Cinematic Universe. The New Adventures and X-Men were gonna happen in Marvel. No way they did. Yeah, I mean, it was, they set that up. They set that up from the first one, from Iron Man. There is a name drop of the Avengers Initiative at the end of Iron Man 1, the very first, like, official Marvel movie. Still, if you probing no greater planned Marvel movies before they decided to do an overarching plot would work. You mean, what, you mean like, what was before Iron Man? Oh, the Hulk movies. Oh God, I totally forgot there were Hulk movies. I never saw those. I don't know how many years it's been since I saw Iron Man 1, but I know it's a lot. Dude, Iron Man, when did Iron Man 1 come out? We're all gonna feel really old in a second here. (2008). Well, that's not too bad. That's what, 15 years ago? That's not that much of my dwindling lifespan. Norton, oh God, Edward Norton, that's right. Norton's Hulk movie. Never did either. Hulk games were mostly fun though. I think they're still not sure if that Hulk movie is part of the MCU or not. Yeah, it kind of doesn't need to be, is the thing. Love the 70s Incredible Hulk show. God, what an adaptation. I never saw it. Never saw that. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I'm really enjoying the channel Secret Galaxy right now, where they do breakdowns of old franchises and cartoons and toys and pop culture stuff. And I've been learning a lot about the pre MCU cinematic universe cinematic push superhero initiatives, like all the TV. All the superhero TV initiatives they did back in like the 90s. Like I forgot there was a 90s Flash TV series, even though I saw some of it. My parents and I actually watched a couple episodes of it. I remember one episode where a guy is convinced that the dude is the Flash, and to get him to reveal it, he pulls the pin on a grenade and just drops it on the floor. Flash has to use his Flash powers, put the pin back in, even though that's not how grenades work. Point being, Jane Silent Bob Straight Back was your original Avengers. Thanks for attending my TED Talk. New Scream movies have me super mixed. They look like good movies in their own right. I don't think there needs to be like 6 to 7 Scream films. The story they were trying to tell ended 3 films ago. There's nothing to comment on anymore, and the director never really wanted to become super absurd. I mean, I don't think you can really say there's nothing for them to comment on if you haven't seen them. Like, every movie is saying something, even if it ends up being really hackneyed or ham-fisted or cliched. So maybe, you know, maybe they do have something. I mean, like they kept going with Toy Story movies, and somehow each of those found something new to say, which legit impressed me. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. Boy, that launched some careers, didn't it? Really been enjoying the animated oh god, yeah, the Batman the Animated Series is... Batman the Animated Series is truly some landmark TV. Like, it changed animation for I mean, forever, really. His shadow is long indeed. It really changed what people thought about yeah, American animation and kids shows and stuff. There's a 90s Nick Fury movie starring Hasselhoff. I remember seeing commercials for that, yeah. Yep, Dean Cain is Superman, and I remember the lady too. I remember that made her really popular until it came out that she was just an absolute nightmare to work with on set. And then her stock fell. Terry Hatcher, that was it, yeah. Hubert, the highest scores. I watched this as I was a kid, but now I'm like, this is fantastic. Oh yeah, I bet it's got so many layers to it that you wouldn't have noticed as a kid. Scream 3 wasn't a great ending. It was screwed due to the circumstances that happened around America at the time. The whole thing basically had to be rewritten. Scream 3 is a mixed bag, although I did actually like how it concluded the story. Batman the Animated Series is one of the historically important US animations alongside He-Man and Adventure Time. Yep. Yep, He-Man was another big one, surprisingly enough. Yeah, it's all fascinating stuff. I was watching the history... while I was waiting for stuff to download earlier today, I was watching the history of the Samurai Pizza Cats. That was fun. Part of that whole block of animation back in the late 80s and 90s, where companies would just buy a series from Japan and remix it however the hell they wanted. And Samurai Pizza Cats is one of those that actually, like, the American remix of it turned out globally more popular than the original. Like, apparently the director or producer of the original Japanese series actually prefers the American one, which I think is hilarious. We had Steven Universe that list. Now we have LGBT characters in kids' cartoons. I think it's all because of Rebecca Sugar. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I would also be interested in like a proper history of that, a proper history of LGBT representation in animation. Because I think that would be a really interesting path to trace. He-Man locked in the whole cartoon action figure synergy that defined the 80s. Yeah. Batman animated series became so fundamental the Batman idea only recently the idea of Batman has changed. That's very true. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Conroy was Batman for like decades after that, like 30 some years. Like that was the quintessential Batman. Like if it wasn't live action Batman, it had to be Kevin Conroy. Kind of amazing how much longevity that had. If it wasn't live action Joker, it had to be Mark Hamill. Apparently I need to watch Samurai Pizza Cats. I wouldn't go that far, but it is an interesting story. Scream 2 and 3 both went through huge rewrites. I think with 2, most of the script leaked early and they had to rewrite who Ghostface was. Ooh, wow. Steven Universe is important, also exists in a large extent directly because of Adventure Time. It's crucible to create a lot of the modern talent working right now. Interesting. Oh, Columbine. Ah. This animation goes lackadaisy is getting a proper full season from an animated series. I'm like super looking forward to it. Now I'm sad about Kevin Conroy. Sorry. Rip to a real one. All-time great. Comics excellent. The short was also great. You know what else is great, chat? Video games. Sometimes. I think it's time to play some. We already got 3. We got 3 requests on this page. I say we get to them. I say we make it happen. Hang on, did I do the thing? Yeah, okay, you're there. Good. Coming eventually. For this issue, we'll have at least one video game based on a cartoon. Yeah, Scream 3 had to be redone because of Columbine, right? Yeah. Chat, I will say, I don't know how inclined you are to request other things off of this page, but if we do get some distance into the magazine, we're actually gonna have a very important topic to talk about. There's something that may need to be decided tonight in terms of playing things. I think we move on after these three. Can't forget about Foulmouth Cubert. Zelda? Is this Zelda? This is... No, this is Glory of Heracles 3, Swaying on the Waves. How about that? How about them apples? Never. Well, is what we need to talk about as we get that for Zelda. No, it isn't. Nope. We are a ways off from another Zelda game showing up in the magazine. Actually, no, we're not. I mean, Link's Awakening is going to show up in 50, which is in only 4 issues. But we've already played it, so it's like... Charles is like, okay, fuck this. Who gives a shit? Web Heracles is really fucking interesting. Chat, what difficulty? Maximum pain, total brain dead. Give me a number. So, okay, that's figures. Sorry, too late. Eva demands suffering. The choice has been made. This is gonna be just like Evo. I'm gonna get my ass destroyed. It'll be over quickly. I think... No, I'm not gonna say anything. Why did I pick Chun-Li? I don't know any of her moves except the wall jump. And Blanca doesn't give a shit. Ow. Stompo! Can I seriously just do this? I will. Ah, no, he got it. He figured it out. Green Men's RPGs by the future Final Fantasy X scenario writer with some really neat concepts, like one where you play as a dude forced to drift between bodies and possessing NPCs with their own classes. Shadows, how do you know so much, like, trivia about all these, like, random obscure games? Like, did you just descend down a Wikipedia rabbit hole, like, years ago and only just recently emerge? I even add one of the Glory of Heracles games to your spreadsheet. Ow! Well, I guess I'm dead. It's like you don't even know the fundamentals. I don't know the fundamentals. Street Fighter 2 was not my game. Street Fighter 3 was. Seeing you in action is a joke. All right, let me... Yatta! I play a normal-ass character. Let's just get everybody murdered. So we're going back to the classic Street Fighter 2 art style after getting used to the decades of evolution. Makes it look like a bootleg. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still some excellent... Ow. It's still some excellent sprite art. That plus I went on a massive 16-bit RPG rabbit hole when I was younger and first discovered emulation. Ow. Ow, he's eating my head, chat. And he just wouldn't let go. They're called fundamentals, they didn't change. Friend. Friend. If you're telling me OG Street Fighter 2 plays like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, I don't know how to respond to you. Alright. Ow, ow, well, okay then. Autism hyperinterest means this shit is never leaving your mind. I watched the Jackie Chan movie City Hunter because of Street Fighter 2 parody and it was not worth it. Yeah. It's funny, I actually love City Hunter. Not the movie, the TV series. I watched it with my wife because she's a big fan. But yeah, there is no way I'm ever gonna watch the Jackie Chan one.
Round one, fight.
Easy emulation, easy internet unlocked a lot of Translate RPGs all of a sudden. Ah! He's just stood there. The other way, bud. The other way. What the hell just happened? I'm not sure the game knew what happened there. Oh, come on. See how the anime is fun if you can put up with a rough main character sometimes? Yeah. Yep, it's City Hunter dates from the era of sexual assault as a punchline. That's just 80s anime. That's okay. You can eat my head. I'm sure it's delicious. Just becomes tired after a while. I mean, it's a long series too. And yes, if you sit there and marathon the whole thing, yeah, it's gonna be a bit much. You can hold back and away from your opponents to block their attacks. Lol, where'd my life go? Nice. Watching Blue Comet Lasner lately. That was a really good series. As much with Master Roshi too, he had a charm to him too. Weird. I mean, Master Roshi also wasn't the main character. Like, you didn't have to deal with him every episode. That's kind of a big deal. Hey, hang on a sec. I'm gonna put this on a real difficulty level. Did you like the movie? There's plenty of likable things. Oh my god, the movie went literally everywhere. How do you modernize Johnny Bravo? You put that shit back on TV. There was nothing wrong with Johnny Bravo. Give him a gun and call him Duke Nukem. You might enjoy his 80s Sunrise mecha anime. Talks a lot about human nature and like. Interesting. This is basically going the same way. Perfect. Perfect. What if there's a bug in this game where, like, you could increase the difficulty, but you could never decrease it? Like Johnny Be Gay. Really bad at this? Yeah, I am. Yep. I also have nothing to prove. I've gotten to Bison on level 7 difficulty, so. I can be as bad at this as I want to be. I found some fucked up shit today. Are you sure it's something you should share? At some point I want to get into more stuff by the Odd Taxi creator because I loved Odd Taxi as an anime. Just incredibly tight, well-written mystery thriller. Ow. Ow. At a local convention, visited the video game room, and no one was playing any form of Smash. Interesting. game only had 2 levels that are streets. Oh my god, you're right, it does, doesn't it? Damn, cheese toast. Ow. Ken saying oh shit constantly when I'm playing him, yes. Oh, come on, man. This might be a street in the middle of the village. I mean, yeah, you could, yeah. Sort of boardwalk, yeah.
Round 2, fight!
Taxi driver in Tokyo gets involved in the disappearance of an idol. From both listening to the radio and the conversations with the people he drives across the city, changes the perspective of other people involved with that incident. That's interesting. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. That's okay. I don't need to capitalize on openings. I got this. Is a boardwalk a street? I mean, how do you define street? Really? Or is this a Big Trouble in Little China fighting game whenever I see this? I've been thinking lately about how much I want a One Piece fighting game. Like, I know they exist, but I want like an Arc System Works One Piece fighting game. I was like 12 episodes long, also got quite a good compilation movie. Nice. Define as broadly as possible to make my point. There you go! Perfect. Ow, right in the taint. God damn it, Guile. How dare you. Wow! On the other hand, the Old Boy manga is really not great, especially compared to the movie that came out afterwards. Nice jump. It's called Mugen. Yeah. I mean, that's about as balanced as a One Piece fighting game should be, I think. Ow! Ah! Just yeeted him in nothing. There's, you know, a 13-year-old me wants to argue over Sonic Boom versus Street. You should see how it fares in Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 looks like so much fun. I want to get it. Also, I feel bad about doing this, chat, because sumo is truly the world's most perfect sport. If anybody deserves to beat me, it's Edmund Honda. Ah, shit! Luffy versus Peter Griffin. See, I'm okay with this. I'm definitely okay with this.
Round 2.
E Honda's peak male performance. Yep. This is what it looks like. I don't make the rules. Sumo can't be perfect if the sumo has no answer to magic fireballs. They don't have magic fireballs in real sumo matches. Just a little pro tip there. Ow! I never move where it bribes the judges. I know it's against the rules and all, but still. I love how the background animates too when the match is over.
Round 3, fight!
Yo. Ow. Double ow. Lots of ows. Oh, he headbutted that one. I wish a fighting game set in Japan had a Japanese space age toilet in the background doing all kinds of things. Like if you win, the toilet shoots fireworks. I'll go you one better than that. I wish there was a fighting game where a Japanese space age toilet was one of the playable characters. Honda headbutt in Street Fighter 6 is so good. Honda looks really good in Street Fighter 6. Honestly, everybody looks really good in Street Fighter 6. Everybody looks really fun to play. Ow! Ryu, how could you? Most everybody's really good except maybe Lily.
Round 2, fight!
Whoa! Did you see that shit? That's it, just walk into it, buddy. Yep, there you go. Ow. God damn it. I get one better again with the Space Age show. That was a canonical main character. I'd play it. I would definitely play it. Lily's consensus bottom tier in the game right now. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that's better. Ah, that's the trick. Okay, cool. A feet of steel, ankle to die for. Want to be a downloadable 8-bit Ryu in Street Fighter 6, a playable character? That'd be pretty neat if they had pixel characters that you could play as in that. Guys, one of the top tiers in the game right now. There's so many Kenses in today's pools. Ow! Should've just fireballed him. Oh god. Do not approach the Geef. Get grabbed. He is Knuff. Zangief is everything. He's just Ken.
Round 2, fight!
Try Street Fighter 2 for the Commodore 64. No, really, you should try because I'm not brave enough to try it. Hadouken! Haha, see what we did there? Perfect, chat. Zangief actually has all the throws back in Street Fighter 6. There's not just back and forward, also down, down, forward, down, back throws. That's cool. Really angling for those bison dollars. I will crush you. Who's left? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Round 1, fight!
You return to eating your midsection if he grabs you. Ah! John, stop! Oof. Hadouken! Whoa! Spinning bullshit. Her computer company is better. Chunsoft. She's even got the spikes. That's good. That's cute. I like that.
Fight!
So Chad, I hope you're enjoying one of the 2 streets in Street Fighter 2. Maybe that explains it. It's Street Fighter 2, they could only have 2 streets. My version, it looks like he grabs you in a place he shouldn't be grabbing you, lifts you in the air, and just kind of does things. Look, you don't want that to happen. Don't fight giant hairy Russian man. That's just common sense. Which Evo stream is this? Bye. There's the street. Fight it! Fight the street, and I will win. Yoga. Yo, those are tiny skulls he's wearing.
Round 1. Fight.
Are those like child skulls? Did anybody think to check on this? They're so small. They are, okay. Yoga don't. Yoga, I don't think so. God, throw the fucking fireball! It's not like Harvest himself. For some reason, the TurboGrafx version of the first game is called Fighting Street. Lore is that there's skulls of children who died in his village. Okay. He's a break from collecting the Sankara stones. Ugh. Oh, my head. Oh, I'm on fire. I seen you post on Twitter. I don't care what it's called, it's Twitter. Somebody did a compilation of all the different sprites where your character gets completely engulfed in flame in a fighting game. I actually recognized a couple. Did he ask for the skulls or just yoink them? He didn't ask for this. Dulcie, yes, he took a bite of gum yo-ho. My fight money.
Round 1. Fight.
Do 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 do. Magic birds, it's amazing. Who'da thunk?
Round 2. Fight.
What's it say in the background? Golden Nugget Nin Nin Hall. What the hell does that mean? Golden Goose, I think it says on the side. Casino. Oh, no, expect that to. Oh, fuck. Damn it! Oh my god. Nin Nin is the nickname of developer Nishitani. Oh, okay, cool. No vital bonus, because Ken is technically dead now. He has no pulse. Yeah, seriously, fuck this guy's car. Damn it! This thing that no one ever knows and definitely never mentioned. I'm so smart, I know this thing. Do you know they reverse the names of the boss in the US version? No one ever mentions that! One version of the water in Ken's stage is lime green. It looks like an ocean of Kool-Aid. Must be American made.
Round 1. Fight.
Sure you can. Ow. Ow! That lime water is what lets him shoot fireballs. Ow! Ow! God. This music sounds so frantic when you get low on life. Here's a crouching kick spam. Crouching kick spam is boring. What does that say? May say something something. Punch me in the face. Hi. Ah. Yes. Yes. Indeed. Mesa de Taberna? Tavern table? Okay. Mesa de las Flores? Okay, I'm good. I have fought the streets and the streets done one. Pro tip, not bad. Alright, we have more games. And they are unfortunate. Have you watched Terminal Montage? I have. I really like the Street Fighter 2 one. With the car. Oh my god. Just making me think about that. I was stuck on Vega Balrog for so long that when one time I finished him with a sure you can win, that was so satisfying. Oh, I bet. I bet. Alright, chat. Alright. It's time for this shit. Boing. Yoshi! Yoshi! I accidentally made a snake game with level editor. Maison de la Taberna. It says chain link fence. Oh, I like that one. Let's do that. I'm trash at this game. Just so you know. I kind of have no idea how to play it. Okay, you match up dudes, great. Yeah, this is not the Klax clone. I'm gonna try and make a big ass Yoshi. And that is not how you make a big ass Yoshi. And that is... There we go. Oh, he's got wings! That was cute. Alright, I'm gonna go for maximum Yoshi this time. Oh, you can go one heart. God damn it. Shit. You're right. All right, that was the big one. Suboptimal Yoshi. Start playing Quick Serve Delicious 3. Nice. Nice. I love that game. Shit. God damn it, things are going faster now. I'm not okay with this. Let me make a little micro Yoshi. Oh, that's perfect. Line that shit up. Glad I put a quicksort button in finally, because otherwise I'm gonna be unplayable. I'm sure it always was in CSD3 is because it's in the series, yeah. CSD3 did a lot of good things for the series. Like, a lot. Okay, what does this Yoshi look like? Aw, it's just a little micro Yoshi. Does it look like we got 3 of them? Point of this game to make a bunch of Yoshis? Yes. That is the stated objective of the game. To create Yoshis. It is a Yoshi factory. Thanks to GBG, I learned a new word in my own language. No one can claim that these streams are not educational. No! Shit, fuck, ass. Ah, damn it. Alright, sorry, I'm losing focus. This is... It's a cute game, but it's, you know, it's Yoshi. You Yosh. That's it. There's Yoshin. Not my kind of game. It takes, for me, it takes a lot of brain power for very little return. Very little gratification for me in games like that. I'm very picky about like score attack puzzle games like that. Like Tetris is fine, Dr. Mario is okay. Everything else is kind of whatever. Drink your pain away? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Ah, yes. Excellent. All right, anyway. Also, fucking making eggs Benedict and Cooks Are Delicious 3. Step 1, put eggs in fryer. Step 2, enter this 10 button combination of weird letters. There is some stuff that is insanely hard in Cooks Are Delicious 3. I got good at some of it. I got good at, I think, ramen and burritos. When I stopped playing Cooks Are Delicious 3, there were a couple 5-star recipes that I could handle. Yeah, whatever. Man, you're honestly making me want to. What? Oh, you have to do it. The controls aren't tilted. You have to do diagonals. That's why. Should play Cooks Are Delicious 3 again? I should. I think that would be a really fun full playthrough. is working all the way through the CSD3 campaign. It would be a lot. Like, it would not be easy. Execute. Honestly, it'd probably be fun to visit all of the Cook Serve Delicious games. Even 2, which I don't particularly care for. Maybe I'd be better at it now that I've played 3. God damn it, this fucker. Also, a fun little tip I always like to bring out the announcers for this. I think the Iron Chef competition are Northern Lion and his wife Kate. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know they got a couple. They got a couple content creators to do the voices of like your 2 assistants in CSD3. I see the appeal of this game, but also look, it was a different time. Okay, this is as good as it got. Your option was playing Hubert or playing with like sticks and rocks in the yard. Okay. Game over, thank God. That's all I need to hear. Sorry, much like Yoshi, Hubert is not exactly scintillating content for me. Find a good stick and rock. Pokemon come out yet? Oh, we are years off from Pokemon. Pokemon was what, 90? Fuck, when was Pokemon? I want to say it was something like 98 or something, but that can't be right. 96. 96 in no, it is 98. 96 in Japan, 98 in America. We are half a decade away from Pokemon. Which one is better, Cubert or Sticks and Rocks? Yeah, I'd take the Sticks and Rocks, thanks. Yeah, long way off. Last game would have cost you 25 cents. Also 25 cents would buy you an onion. We're wearing our belts just all the times. All right, chat. We've done our civic duty. We played Street Fighter Happy Evo Weekend. We played Yoshi, You Are Sorry. We played Cubert for the geriatrics in the audience. Moving on to the NES section proper. Yeah. Night VIP yet already? No. I do believe Dave has taken exception to my phrasing. Oh boy, garbage. After crashing on the extremely desolate planet Fiorina 161, Ripley is awakened from a deep... Wait, hang on. Okay. Ripley is awakened from a deep cryotube slumber and finds herself in the midst of the dread aliens once again. Fiorina 161 isn't exactly a tropical paradise prison for hardened criminals, but you know all this. You know what Alien 3 is. Well, they made another game out of it. Amazing to me. Utterly amazing to me that the NES, Game Boy, and SNES didn't get an Alien game, didn't get an Aliens game, but each one got their own Alien 3 game. I guess they really thought this franchise, or this, of course the franchise is big. They really thought Alien 3 was gonna be big, and oh my God, did that just go splat. Oh, it's from LJN too. Oh, God. Oddly Whippy. Ripley has no weapons to use in the movie Alien 3. However, the alien bashing action in the game calls for some serious firepower. It's best to conserve weapons you have available to you as Rippy negotiates the terrain in the penal colony to come across rounds of ammo, allows her to replenish firepower. Machine gun, grenade launcher, radar, flamethrower, first aid. Cocaine is a hell of a drug in the movie industry. They had to market the shit out of it after so many rewrites. I said penal. Some licensed janky nonsense? You're goddamn right it is. Who else? Who else would the studios go to license their bullshit? Capcom? Please. Konami? Whatever. They don't know what they're doing. These LJN folks, now, that's where it's at. A proven track record of quality. God damn it, Eva. Nobody had to request this, you know. It wasn't necessary. Oh, I'm depressed now. Can we can Eva? Can we ban Eva? Q*bert is better. We will see. We will see. I will honestly evaluate this game on a Q*bert scale. From 0 Q*berts to 1 Q*berts. Oh man, shakes his fist at Cloud. What's up, Lord Crispin? I suffered through it once, you have to too. First level in the game isn't really very difficult to complete. Check the map and follow a recommended route. There's a time limit for each level. We provide the approximate time that Ripley should have remaining on the timer. She finds each of the prisoners. That's interesting. They don't normally do that. Even in timed games, I don't remember Nintendo Power ever giving time estimates for different checkpoints. A level of Star Fox? Sorry, can't do it. If it's not on the page, it is not fair game. Hate to tell you. But hey, have your coins back. Save them for when Star Fox does show back up, because Star Fox is the cover feature of the next issue. So you'll have your chance, certainly. It's glorious Alien 3 time. What else is there? Level 2, Guardian 1, Guardian 2, level 3, level 4, many more slimy aliens. Yeah, whatever. No Star Fox, only Alien 3. What's up, Chaos? How's it going? We have to play Alien 3 on the NES from LJN. That's how it's going. If y'all only knew what the next feature in the magazine was, you'd have Eva drawn and quartered. Oh, cool. I was just about to request it. Why are you people this way? Why do you have to be like this? Yeah, now it's we. Sorry, when it was just Eva, you had plausible deniability, but sorry, Chaos backed him up, so we're stuck with it. Because we love you and you're suffering. Lojo, I thought you only loved me when I'm playing Zelda. So how did you stop being entertaining? I'll stop requesting this shit. I don't know how. If only. Yes, I would like music and sound effects on. Ew. It's a Xenomorph. Not just Zelda Call of the Sea 2. Call of the Sea was fun. Ew! Oh my god! Y'all, jump is B and shoot is A. I hate it. Oh my god, why? Ah, we're dead. I wish we were dead. Why can't we be dead? Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Unplayable, turn it off. That is supposed to be Ripley, yes. Legend of Zelda Arsonist of the Wild.
I like it.
No, you don't. No, you have to... God damn it, Ripley. God damn it, Ripley. Why do you have to go so far to get to scroll? Ping pong. I take you can't shoot from the ladder. You can drop a grenade from the ladder, but you cannot shoot now. Ping pong. What the fuck? Oh, he spit acid at me. Should have known. Oh god. Oh gee, you fall down shit. I love it. I'm sorry, this is not my Ellen Ripley.
I like it.
Shut up. Ripley contracted a bad case of scoliosis. I have no fucking clue where I should be going. Remember the movie where Ripley had guns and grenades to fight aliens and Peel Comic because Ripley had no weapons on it? I mean, just aliens, plural. I feel like... Oh, that's awesome. I actually kind of love that. And I can't hit him with anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice flamethrower. 1993 Friday night, your parents drive you to the video store to rent a game for the weekend. You choose this because aliens are cool. Your weekend is now ruined. It's true. Oh god, I was like, surely I can get off of this thing. So apparently I have 30 seconds left to do something. I have no idea what. Like, I don't know if you can open these doors or something, but... Get all the prisoners. Yeah, but where the fuck are they? Is my question. Yeah, it's alright. Something to say. I don't fucking read the thing. Alright, you go down this way, and then prisoner 1 is... So you fall all the way down the shaft, and then prisoner 1 is there. Oh. Oh, they're getting chest bursted. That's gross. Go down there and go across. I have to go up and around. Okay. No, no! Anyway. It's pretty cool they show you the graphic deaths of everyone you failed to save. Ow! God damn it. Oh, I went the wrong way. God damn it! Why do these aliens have to suck? Why the guy fucking... You can't see shit in this game. Like the way this scrolls, it just makes it impossible. So you act... Oh wait, that actually does damage to you? Falling down the stairs does damage to you. Oh, I'm out of gun. Ah, guy. All right, that's one. Now I need to go up here and like all the way across. I shot him with a fucking grenade. They're getting chest bursted so quickly with them they're already incubating and that's already dead. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. There we go. Ping pong. Ah, he was up here the whole time. All right, that's 2. Then we go down. Shit. A gray hair on the leftmost 30% of the screen when it scrolls left. Yeah, dude, the scrolling in this game is unmanageable. It sucks. You either need lightning reflexes or you just have to tap to progress. Oh, there's fall damage in this. Because fucking of course there is. That doesn't give you no time at all to explore the level. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, I did it. I actually saved all 4 prisoners. Believe it or not. And now I have a whole minute to get out of here. Wouldn't it be amazing if that was the wrong way to go? Have we done the math to figure out the current rate, how long it would take to go through all the Nintendo powers? No, because there's a huge amount of variance. The last issue we went through took 11 nights. This one... I am so tired of getting run over by these fuckers. Also, I didn't read anything on that text splash, so like, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Oh, 5 prisoners in this level? Great. I got more gun. My gun number went up. Oh, and you still have 4, you still only have... Oh god, that is the ugliest fucking... Okay, so the radar tells you where there's a dude. This issue isn't fair to count because we spent several nights on King Arthur's world. Game has potential, but it's so weirdly made. It just has a lot of really bad decisions. Just like just a fuck ton of really bad design decisions. I love how Ripley just flopped it. She just gives up. She's like, what's the point? Ow. I keep freaking myself out because I cannot believe that B is jump and A is attack. Health. Heard the SNES one is alright. I'm curious to try it. I am of all the Alien games, that is the one I'm curious about. Splat. Splat. Turn the right side of the controller over, yeah. Got you. 2 prisoners left. Just plants her face and goes grr. Just like Sigourney Weaver in real life. Okay. Okay, I see one over there. Also, I feel like my radar just decided to stop working. God damn it. Also, what are those platforms even supposed to be? Because they look like bubbles from, like, Norfair. Alright, 1 prisoner left. Ooh, I probably missed up top side. And am now thoroughly screwed, but whatever. Yeah, I think this is the exit. It's better than RoboCop 2. That's pretty amazing. This is better than RoboCop 2. I'm gonna say yes. Time's up. Oh, God. Oh. Where was he? Oh, that's why they do this. They show you where they were. Blorf. They're whatever the artist can shit out in 7 minutes. LJ and Cumsy policy is whatever the artist can shit out specifically 7 minutes. All right, that's enough of that. I will spare you more of Alien Cubed because it sucks. All right, well, that was a miserable experience. That was worth it. Fuck you. Also, much like Ripley, my head's getting all sweaty. So I have to take this hat off, unfortunately. Oh, God. And it's making my head red, too. I like that hat, but it does not breathe at all. It's worth it for the stairs alone. Watching Ripley like comedically tumble down these shafts was admittedly pretty funny. So, oh my god, the tunnel system, this one's huge. So where was the guy that I missed? I think it was maybe this guy. It needs a wacky Foley to go with it, yeah. What game is this OST from? Kamae Tachi no Yoru. No idea what that is. Had a spoopy looking box. People who can take games like that and just buckle down and do it, they have legendary jank tolerances. Yeah, I can't. I cannot do it. What you're saying is thank you, Eva, for redeeming points so I can play this game. I definitely enjoyed it. It's a spoopy visual novel? Nice. I like spoops. So what is this Guardian bullshit? After rescuing all 5 prisoners level 2 and making the exit in time with the random, enter the lair, extremely irritated slime-hurling alien. Sounds just like me. This alien just moves from right to left. Switch to powerful weapons, stalk the alien until you know how it moves. When the alien draws near, blast it, and we'll come up to the upper level. And then the second Guardian is after level 4. So, okay, it's 2 regular levels and then a boss. Level 3 is when the action starts to get more hair. Oh, wow, look at this giant central shaft that you can just fall down over and over and over and over again. That looks amazing. Currently learning to play Cohen's Towers on the C64. I have no idea why I haven't seen the second level of it. Oh, man. And Ripley Wood, yeah. Anyway, let's mark this off and forget about it. I like how it's requested is this bullshit, please. Okay, so, we need to talk. RPG fans, it's time for you to rejoice, apparently. The 4th Dragon Warrior adventure from Enix is on the shelves, and it's big! This installment features 5, count them, 5 different chapters. The first 4 chapters feature different adventures in different areas of the Dragon Warrior world. Chapter 5, larger than the first 4 chapters combined, brings it all together. Must we talk? Can't we just play? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you want me to take a little look at this tonight, I can, but it's a big sprawling RPG and you're not gonna get a whole lot out of it. I was pushing for this before. I kind of don't want full playthroughs of this and Might and Magic 7 running simultaneously. Yeah. Chapter 5 really is bigger than the other 4 put together. Yeah, I know. My wife played through this game. I did not, but she played through it. The Nintendo DS remake and told me about it. I think this is her favorite Dragon Quest. I think. It's either this or 5. This is apparently the best yet. Dragon Warrior fans should really dig this new adventures. No big changes in the graphics department. Strong points of the variety of characters and enemies, a goal-oriented style of play, and the fact that a lot of players are already familiar with the Dragon Warrior games. If there's a Gold Play Wife review, it'd be fairly positive. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she's a big Dragon Quest fan. She's played and beaten 1, 2, 4, 5, and I can't remember if it was 10 or 11. How many slime plushes does she have? She's not that kind of fan. She just enjoys playing them. Sad the US version cut the party talk. 10 is the MMO. Wait, there's an MMO? Maybe it was 9. Maybe it was 9. I don't think it was 11. I think it was 9 that she played. So chapter 1 is short in comparison to the other 4 chapters of the game. It's not very complicated. This is great. It allows players who are unfamiliar with Dragon Warrior has a net. Goal is to find the flying shoes to be able to reach Lock Tower so you can rescue the children who have been kidnapped. Chapter 2, Princess Elena of Santine Castle dreams of becoming the world's foremost fighter. King won't hear of it. Against his will, she leaves the castle with her 2 companions, Christo and Bray, and sets off on a journey to find greatness. All right. Elena will have to prove her strength to the fighter, to her father, and to everyone at the tournament in Endor. What, with the Ewoks? They will fuck you up. Don't screw with them. There's exactly one video on YouTube where someone plays Cohen's Towers and gets past the first level. Talun, a commoner aspiring to be the world's preeminent arms merchant, the star of Chapter 3, lives in Lakanaba. Works at clerk and weapon shop there. And in Chapter 4, two sisters, Mara and Nara, the fortune teller, have revenge on their minds. They wait for Ballsack, the fiend who killed their mom. His name is Ballsack? Oh my god. Yeah, Dragon Quest 9 is one of my favorites too. It's a bit unconventional for a Dragon Quest game. They will eat you, that's canon. Ballsack guy's nuts. Excuse me, I gave a poll. What were the best full playthroughs in neither Outer Wilds nor Dragon Quest Builders 2 are on the list? Did you read the instructions? I mean, I don't know I'm asking. You didn't. Another perfectly normal name that's been lost to the annals of time. Huh, you said annals. Oh, it's okay, so I'm telling you to seek out Ballsack. Also, this dude looks pretty cool. I don't know who he is, but I like him. So, okay, the question is, chat, do you want me to play any of this tonight? And should we do a full playthrough? I swear it said last 5 years, not last year. Well, as the person who wrote it, I can assure you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that at no point did it ever say last 5 years. Give it a shot, see how I vibe with it. All right, fair. All right, fair. Vote yes to both. Torneco's chapter really is about making money, buying and finding stuff, selling elsewhere. Okay. Paige, are you okay? We played a little of this not too long back. Did we? Wait, is your first character pink? Is your first character pink and fabulous? Because if he is, we did. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, then. For a second, I wasn't sure if you might have gotten it conflated with Dragon Quest 3, which I think we played a tiny bit of years ago at this point. But no, yeah, now I remember. Very pink. I know it didn't just get edited, I'm just saying what I misread. All right. Dargans. If you do a full playthrough, I'd probably recommend the DS remake on the grounds of being pretty much identical, but with less grind. Probably not. I would probably go with this version. It has been my experience that remakes don't fare as well in terms of viewership as the originals. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it breaks down. And yeah, if I was gonna play a Dragon Quest game and spend like weeks and weeks and weeks on it, like I would want to play the one that people are actually gonna watch. It's really bright. Oh god, the sky has blood. And the clouds are cream. I'm just gonna begin a new quest. Adventure Log 2. And apparently Bubs is the other one, so, I'm sorry, I was sweating to death. Like, I love that hat, but it does not breathe, because it's plastic. Unfortunately, I can't wear that one for the entire evening. Ken has a Dragon Quest still uses the same leitmotifs and themes since the mid-80s. Bubs and Sigh. Nah, it's fine. Does the foam hat breathe at all? The foam hat is great. The foam hat, aside from being heavy, breathes really, really well. 10-minute has to be that with the redemption. This is a story about royal soldiers of a small country called Burland. One of the royal soldiers is you, Ragnar. One morning, the king summons all the soldiers to the castle court. Gee, I wonder which one is us. King will speak to you. Listen carefully. Everyone at ease. You must have heard the rumor that the children have been vanishing recently. The mothers from Izmit village came to me in tears this morning begging for help. As the king of this country, I cannot ignore this problem any longer. Find the cause of these disappearances and report to me. Go, my soldiers. Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive, I know it. Okay, cool. What up? Let's go slow, Ragnar. Let's go slow. That looks like the main character from, like, Dragon Quest II. Counting on your good work, Ragnar. What are you waiting for? Go now. So, by Dragon Quest IV, had they dropped all the these and thous and stuff? Or had they already done that by 3? Alright, I'm actually gonna talk to all these fuckers. Oh, Ragnar, I'm researching something. Well, what is it? Dragon Quest III downplayed it, but this fully dropped it. If you keep walking outside, night will fall. We came from Izmit village. Ijmit. More like Ijmit village. Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive, I know it. So I hear. So I hear. So I hear. I hear the monsters which only appeared at night are now appearing during the day. Troubled times, aren't they? Now, the current localization choice is a place where Dragon Quest 1 2 take place. Use thee and thou as regional accent. If a game ever lets you revisit, they do it, but only them. Oh, that's really cool. Don't fall behind the other soldiers. But I'm busy talking to people. Wow, look at all that hurt floor. Hey, Ragnar, still here? Haven't the others already left for Idmit? Door. There's no key. Which version of Final Fantasy III is your favorite? Super Nintendo. Monsters have been around for some time. They may be the cause of the recent disappearances of the children. Current Dragon Quest localization staff is like fantastic. Oh yeah, no. Current Dragon Quest localization is like legendary. They are amazing. Splendid castle always. I wish to be a royal soldier. Can you take me along? Sure. Really, I shall follow you. Okay. I mean, shall you? Too tough for an old man. Go on alone, please. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. Search. Nothing is found. Are you a believer using Vanish Doom combo? No, I am not. I will cheese that one invisible motherfucker on Triangle Island with it. But outside of that, nah. Play it straight. It's a good game. Possible hot take, while I like the current Dragon Quest localization standards as a whole, I think they overdo it in places. Berlin's king is good-natured and keeps taxes low. Unfortunately, you can't spend much on your equipment. Accumulate gold to buy more powerful weapons and armor. Be sure to equip yourself with them after you buy them. What do I have, anyway? A copper sword and leather armor. Do I have any medical herbs? I bet I don't. I have no spells. Yeah, I have nothing. Grandpa, fuck off. Oh god, he really is following me now, isn't he? Weapon shop. What do you want? I want, oh, this is, oh god. Oh Christ. Oh no. Oh no. Got that good herb. You got a bit too hard with the phonetic accents to the point this entire area using near impossible to read Scottish phonetic. Ew, it's a bit much. Ismay village is on the coast beyond the cave west of this castle. Okay. Oh my god, dude. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, this guy's just hanging out with his girl, and as soon as somebody comes over to buy some shit, he's like, Nyum! Ragnar, did you know some doors aren't locked? They open without a key. Well, not the one I want to open. No interaction. There's a well, alright? Search. Legit, I had no idea what this chapter was about here first run through the DS version. I'm Flora, my husband Alex hasn't returned from his last trip. Tell me if you see him. Alright, let's fight some shit. For the sighting of suspicious people. So the remake of Dragon Quest and GBC has a really cool quality of life improvement that I wish more RPGs would do. By pressing select after any NPC combo, your main characters store it in their own memory and use the menu to... Huh, that's interesting. Stag Beetles. Damage points. Woo. 2 XP. Status. That's interesting. I think of at least one instance in Dragon Quest 11 and tutorial where they insisted in pulling out the thesaurus for energized to replace with enervated, which are much less commonly known. Zones by those words are antonyms, you fools. We have funny pun names for monsters. I mean, that's not the easiest thing in the world to come up with. We're gonna find out how much experience it takes to level up. Use that ability literally when the game first starts out. You get a cute little bit of dialogue and the main character remembering conversation from before the game takes place. That's cool. Good old slime. Nothing like a classic Dragon Quest slime. I mean, these days I want to farm them. Like, not like this, but like put them on my farm and collect their plorts. That's a big ass worm. He looks very happy. I just realized he's very happy. Da-na-na-na-na! Ragnar's level go up. Strength goes up 2 points. Vitality goes up 1 point. The maximum HP goes up 1 point. 1 point. One more HP. Cool. Fun fact for the NES versions of Dragon Quest, I don't know if it was done for this, but since we got them so later released in 1, 2, 3, got a bunch of improvements for the Famicom version. Oh. Ah! Delicious. It's true, 1 HP can make all the difference. I forgot about the very wide caves in this. OG Dragon Quest 1 was like password... Was it password saves? Like the original? On Famicom? That is fucked. If true. No? Yeah, we're... Famicom. Yeah, no, not the NES. I have the NES copy. The improved sprite art, the menu music is new. The American releases of Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3. In one Famicom, you always face forward, so you have to specify what direction to talk in. Oh, weird. There's even animes that make fun of the Dragon Quest passwords. Huh. It dark. I'm gonna get eaten by a Gru. Ooh, Babbles. Oh, I got poisoned. I am Poe. Do Inzeal poison? Perhaps I will enjoy my stay. Well, I don't... As metal as that skull is, I think that means I'm still poisoned. Should know the ins and outs of the towns by now. Ugh. Garçon, your finest antidote herb, please. Go talk to the priest. Is he cheaper than 10 gold? I forgot there were priests in this. Detoxicate? Oh yeah, 5 gold pieces, how about that? Turns out they do it cheaper, cheese toast, thank you. Half price, yay! Real men wear pink armor, it doesn't imply anything. Pink is just a color. It's all it is. It's all it be. Alright, chat, I have a question. I've been thinking about this. What is an not an RPG. What is an RPG that you were excited about that ended up disappointing you? Final Fantasy IX for you. Paladin's Quest. Oh, Paladin's Quest. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Final Fantasy 15, 7 remake. Noticing a theme here, perhaps. 13, 15, 7 remake. Yeah, I don't think Modern Square is for you, buddy. Chris Tales, horrible loading times. Paladin's Quest looked cool and it's just not. I actually owned a copy of Paladin's Quest. And I must have given it, because I didn't enjoy it. I bought it and I didn't enjoy it. That dive rat has the biggest fucking ears. But I had a friend who really enjoyed it. They actually beat it. So I must have given it to him. Shh, the rat can hear you. Ears so big he can hear me through the screen. Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. Ooh. Ooh. Mass Effect 2, not because it was bad. I still like it. I want a better version of the planned exploration. 1 and 2 didn't have that. Yeah, it definitely didn't. Can't think of anything. I'm sure I have been disappointed, but I've just memory hold it. Well, let me think. When I was a kid and... Da-na-na-na-na. Strength up 3, agility up 1, vitality up 2. Maximum HP goes up 4. Are those increases set or are they random rolls? Like Tactics Advanced was also my first exposure to Ivalice when I was a kid. So yeah, when I was a kid and I got Dragon Quest 2. I don't know if I was disappointed in it. I was frustrated by it, I imagine. Tactics Advanced disappointed you because I played Final Fantasy Tactics first? Yeah. Oh, a healer. Healer's wounds are healed. Oh, good, he attacked. Don't know. I know in Dragon Quest 1 and 2, whatever you name your character determines your stat rolls. Whatever you name your character determines your stat rolls. 3 of the remakes are determined by an Ultima style personality quiz. Whoa, that's wild. Yeah, let me think. Oh god, the fucking interface turns green when you're low health? That's so gross. That's absolutely vile. Who was it who said earlier that one hit point makes the difference? I like it. We played about this last time too. I'm not surprised because my first Dragon Quest game was Dragon Quest 2, where not only do the windows change color when you're low health or somebody is dead, every white tone in the entire game turns to pink or red. It sucks. It is horrible.
I like it.
So yeah, I'm allowed to complain about the interface colors, all right? I am licensed. Genuinely do like the game, but the timing is also really funny. Welcome to Ismid Village. But yeah, let's see. I wasn't disappointed by any of the other NES or SNES RPGs I got because I was basically just Final Fantasy 2 and 3. And I did like Mystic Quest at the time. Oh, Seventh Saga. I did rent Seventh Saga as a child. I think disappointment is putting that emotion mildly. Tecmo Secret of the Stars. Let's see. What came after that? Hey Ragnar, it's you. You came to this village too. The tower west of here looks suspicious. I wonder how we can get in. Not strictly an RPG, Secret Evermore disappointed me. I think that counts. I would say that counts. So the box art for Secret of the Stars hasn't had any expectations for it. Lunar on GBA disappointed me. I think I've told that story. I was going on a road trip with my girlfriend at the time in college. And I basically played out everything on the GBA that I had. And I wanted to buy some new games. So I went to EB or GameStop or wherever. Like the day we were leaving. And just randomly, I got Contra Advance and Lunar, and they both sucked ass. They were both awful. I'll say Tactics Ogre was a disappointment, given how little control you had over the units itself. It was cool. That was like throwing the dice over battle. So expecting a cozy Dragon Quest like that, and I got motherfucking bad with this dog. What? Man in jail stole some bread. Seems like a loss of memory. Acts like a child. He must have been through some ordeal. The main villain is named Bad. How about that? Is that Lunar Dragon's Hunt? Let me check, actually. Because I know there are, obviously there are good Lunars. But I don't have it. Whatever it is, I don't have it. Let me get out the Vault Tech lunchbox of handheld gaming. And extract the plastic baggie of GBA. Golden Sun. Maybe a hot take. I know a lot of people really like Golden Sun. I don't. This is it. Lunar Legend is what it's called. I want to get to Ogre Battle. It's so unique. I mean, I actually have the cartridge for Ogre Battle. I have played it. I'm terrible at it. I am dog shit at Ogre Battle. But yeah. Yeah, check it out. I have an Ogre Battle cartridge. And I'm gonna put my kids through college with this someday. If it keeps appreciating the way it has. Oh, Ogre Battle and Metal Warriors. It's weird because I played the hell out of Secret Mana and loved it. I could see his DNA in Secret Evermore. Evermore is just awkward. Look, the only similarity between Secret Mana and Secret Evermore is the mechanics. Is the actual, like, the gameplay itself. And even then, there's some pretty important differences in how enemies and magic are balanced. Beyond that, Evermore is very much its own beast, and yeah, it is contentious at best. You know, I think we talked about this when I played all the way through it. I like it, but I also understand it. Like, I know what I'm getting into, and I know what to expect, and I know there's a lot of jank in there. Golden Sun was my first JRPG. I like it. I can see why people might not. Too much dialogue that repeats the same thing over and over and over. Yeah, I found the pacing of it very tedious. Unfortunately. God damn, this stuff is expensive. Fuck off. I didn't like Golden Sun, but I don't remember why anymore. I feel like Golden Sun is not a particularly memorable RPG. Like, it has one interesting gimmick where your spells are actual physical things in the world and you use them to solve puzzles. Like, they form, like, giant hands that, like, push things or pick things up. Like, that's cool, but everything else about it just feels, like, very, very baseline. Something about the Djinn hunting pissed me off. And Golden Sun sequel is actually a huge improvement. The story takes a really neat twist on its end. I've heard about that. My girlfriend at the time was actually really into Golden Sun, and she got the sequel and played it and told me a bit about it. I meant Ogre Battle, not Tactics Ogre. Secret Mana was special because I played through with two of my friends. I love Secret Mana. I mean, you know, favorite RPG on Super Nintendo. I mean, it has to be either Final Fantasy III or Chrono Trigger, and for me, it's Final Fantasy III. So it's like Final Fantasy III, Chrono Trigger, and then right behind those, I put Secret of Mana. I love that game. Your child vanished like smoke before your eyes. See, Coden 3 was one for you, not because it was bad. 1 and 2 are like near masterpiece tier games, and 3 is kind of confusing. Hey, Ragnar, it's you. You came to this village too. Tower west of here looks suspicious. Yeah, I was talk to you. At the time, it was hard not to feel like Evermore cheated us out of Seiken 3. I mean, I definitely didn't look at it that way. And I'm honestly not sure why you would. Because the third game did exist. They just didn't bring it over for whatever reason. Golden Sun 2 is way more interesting. You have to play through 1 to get to it. You play as one of the antagonists. Oh, that's cool. Hit a wall with Golden Sun. I had to have someone explain to me that I need to use certain setups to get better powers, and that would have been obvious if I had the instruction manual. Oh, but you didn't. Yeah, not having RPG instruction manuals from this era is pretty rough. Eva, I'm not even gonna respond to that. Suikoden 3 tries something really ambitious with multiple main character perspectives, also makes recruitment really painful. Game feels a bit sluggish. Welcome, soldier. I'm teaching now. Perhaps we can talk at night. Oh, cool. Okay. So if I come back at night, I can actually talk to that dude. It's true, though. Hey, you actually played Eternal Sonata? I honestly can't remember if we talked about this. I've not played Eternal Sonata, but I'm okay with it. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. You owned it? Ow. Ouch. Do not play in the woods. Well, here I go, playing in the woods. That's just worms, like fucking whatever. Golden Sun 2 is an open world game. Since right at the start you get a vehicle and get to explore the rest of the world and get to do stuff non-linearly. That's cool. Talk about Eternal Sonata at length every time it comes up. Because I didn't play it. My friend did, and it was such a traumatic experience for him that some of that trauma splashed back onto me. Played it and finished it was seriously the first game I considered physically destroying. Oh yeah, dude, the concept of Eternal Sonata is fantastic, and I feel like it must have sold most of its copies based on the strength of the concept. Oh, fuck demon stumps. We should make Oddish play Suikoden tier crease so we can all enjoy the voice acting. Oh god, these things hit really hard. Oh my god, they use medical herbs. Goodbye. I'm leaving. I hate this. Goodbye. No! Okay, I can handle dive rats. Wait, maybe no. Whoa, maybe I can't. Because they do a fair bit of damage. Yeah, if I sequence before him. Okay, 1 damage point. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and nosh a medical herb in battle. Game itself is super generic. Voice acting is amazing. Oh, kind of like Chaos Wars. Not only did I play it, I did the secret dungeons, completed to randomize your battle buttons for the rest of the game per round. That's fucked, dude. That is fucked. All right, Mr. Teacher Mans. Man, it's really interesting that they have a day-night cycle in this. We were just talking about the incidents. I believe the children know something. Don't worry, Principal. Children always have secrets. They say the man in the underground jail is named Alex. He's my pal. Thinking about other RPGs, most of the Final Fantasy series I played, I wouldn't say I was disappointed by. Final Fantasy 3 though, like the actual real Final Fantasy 3, the remake on DS, I found that disappointing. I don't think I will ever go back to that game. Yes, I'm Alex, monsters are coming, I'm scared. No, they're not. Fuckface. Hey Chad, I haven't played Dragon Quest IV more recently than I know if we've missed anything important here. No joke, I hope you eventually give Persona 2 a try. I don't know about the Persona games. I am committing to nothing on those. Personally, they don't interest me. So undecided if I like the Saga remakes on DS. Different strokes, yeah. Better term, Final Fantasy 3 was very bland. All right, fair. Fair. I reached a point where I just found it very annoying to play. I got to the dungeon where the gimmick is that you have to use the mini spell to shrink yourself down to go through different areas, and I just found it so tedious. Weirdly how wildly Square's remakes swing in quality. I assume they have different teams working on all their different remakes. Cause yeah, it wasn't like the PC remake of Secret of Mana was actually really bad, but then the remake of Trials of Mana was really, really good or something. Do bear in mind, Persona 2 is nothing like what you've seen Persona. I haven't seen much Persona anything, and I have seen Persona 2. My friends in college played Persona 2 and I watched a fair chunk of it. I'm just not interested. Final Fantasy 3 DS version is sort of mechanically frustrating, but I think the Pixel Remaster is way the fuck better. I want to play the Pixel Remasters. I've actually had it... Oh, the giant worms haven't seen me because they don't fucking have eyes. We grinding? Yeah, I just feel like grinding. I don't even know if I need to, I just feel like it. Because I'm enjoying the conversation more than the gameplay at the moment. What's the example that comes to your mind? Yeah, I've had it in my head that I want to get the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Because that's the one that's going to be the most important to me. I also haven't revisited that game in a long time. I think the last time I played back through it was like maybe like 10 years ago, honestly. Like I've replayed Final Fantasy IV more recently than that. But I've heard the Pixel Remaster is very good and adds a bunch of interesting stuff to it and even like some new mechanics and things. Strength goes up 3 points, agility goes up 1, vitality goes up 1, the maximum HP, oh god. If you forgive the graphics of Secret Mana's remake, it has some legit improvements like a better camera, better translation, make some quality of life improvements with controls and make you do less menuing. Genuinely ain't bad. I take half the complaints people made about the remake the OG is already kind of guilty of. Yeah, that happens a lot. In fact, I imagine that's actually pretty common. People complaining about something in a remake that was exactly like that in the original. Because a lot of these remakes are remaking games that had their own issues too. Yeah, not shit. OG Secret Mana is indeed jank as hell. I still love it though. Don't interrupt, I'm studying. I'm really looking forward to getting to Secret Mana in the magazine because I'm going to play it. Missing child Pokos to the inn, he flew away into the sky. Soldier, that's great. I'll be a royal soldier someday. The remake is way the fuck overpriced. No. I am not gonna get the Secret Mana remake. I don't need it. I am perfectly happy playing the original forever. Get me out, sir. I was hungry and took some bread. That's all I did. Sob. Door. There's no key. Oh, Jang Magic wasn't Secret Mana. That just stacks damage. I love that too. I love that too. I guess I could buy like a shield or oh, what the Christ are they called? Helmet. There's an item shop. What do you got? The usual. Do I actually own any of the Pixel Remasters? I don't either yet. Traveling Prophetess, I can see the future. Chosen One will soon appear somewhere in this world. Somewhere, huh? Ragnar checks inside the drawer. Oh, you can actually search these. Oh, I didn't realize that. Secret Mana is actually turn-based as soon as you start casting. I stole somebody's medical herb. Son of a bitch. They're decent ways to casually go through the Final Fantasy games if someone who's played them all. I've played Secret Mana for some 20 years. Yeah, it's been a long time for me too. I replayed most of the games we're talking about in college, but after that, like, since reaching adulthood, I know I replayed Final Fantasy IV on my own, like, 8 years ago. I streamed Final Fantasy 1. I played the GBA remake of Final Fantasy 1 a couple years ago and got super fucking mad at it. I don't think I'll ever play that game again. Needs a yell key. I don't want to search the area around my feet. I want to search bookshelf. Ragnarok has fucking move system. Some games just do not feel the same without a constant minimap. Did they remake Final Fantasy 1 RPG Maker or something? Really, I didn't hate Sword of Mana, probably because I played it first when I was a kid. I have not played any of the updated versions of the original Mana game. I've only ever played Final Fantasy Adventure, and I love that game. I probably should. The GBA Sword of Mana, is it actually a remake? Because I played a tiny bit of it during my vacation, and it was like unrecognizable to me. Halfway in between Final Fantasy Adventure and Legend of Mana is a reimagining. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Because yeah, it was weird. Okay, so what I have to do is in town, huh? Same general plot retcons it into feeling of Legend of Mana era continuity. That's interesting. Since Legend of Mana doesn't have any continuity with anything, as far as I know. Luvia 2 DS remake is disappointing, but is so torn up it barely qualifies as an RPG anymore. Oh, I meant to mention this before we got too far away in the conversation, but we did. Those of you that said Final Fantasy Tactics Advance was disappointing, yeah, me too. Me too. I love Final Fantasy Tactics, and I cannot drag myself through Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I can't do it. Do you want some advice for this? Yes, I do, actually. In fact, you can just straight up tell me where to go. I'm not gonna be precious about the gameplay in this one. Hit up a specific spot in the forest east of town. Okay, interesting. Okay. I wonder if it's that little nubbin all the way to the east. Actually, if I do this in the dark, I'm gonna get murdered. When you were walking on the right square, you'll see it. Okay, cool. The kids really vanish before your eyes? It's impossible. I mean, some of those fuckers are really fast. Feels like we're being treated like shit thanks to copy shit shenanigans, making it otherwise impossible to acquire emulation illegal to have. I mean, the thing is though, it's all out there. You know? I have comprehensive indexes of all of the old console systems. Yeah, we're emulating right now. I don't own this game. This game would cost like $150 to buy. Go through the cave, you'll get a party member who can heal you for free at the end. What, like back through the cave? Back through the cave we already went through? Swap tags for a second earlier. Gotta be like a leprechaun and go back to the hood. You should definitely have that party member before moving forward. Demon Stump. Demon Stump. Demon Stump does a lot of damage. It's a strong ass stump. Dive rat. Dive rat. Talk to the kid at night who told you about Alex. I did. Alex stole bread, but he's not a bad guy. He's my buddy. Rain is foggy, unless there's a second cave in the chapter. That's where we are. Yeah. And Alex wants us to get him out. So maybe... Oh, a treasure chest. Finds a medical herb. Amazing. If I had to guess, we need to get Alex out of the jail cell, but I don't know where the key is. Go back to Berland and talk to his wife. Oh, his wife is in Berland? Oh. Okay. Well, we can do that. I've decided this is what we're doing for the night. We don't really need to make any more headway in the magazine. Especially since I know what's coming up next. Yeah, I talked to the kid tonight, I talked to Alex. Alright, we'll head back to Berland. What's coming up next? You think I'd fucking tell you? Absolutely not. Actually one-shotting dive rats. Can't order it yet regardless. Well, I have to preserve some sense of mystique about this shit. Thanks for saying my message before I'm done, Twitch. Don't you hate that? Damn it, dive rat! Be gone! Away with ye. Ba -ba -ba. Okay, another question, chat. Since we're deep in the RPG minds tonight and we're thinking about these games. What is your RPG hidden gem? What is a little or obscure RPG that you love that you feel like more people should know about? Solata Robo? Saga Scarlet Grace! Yeah, anything. Any console, any system, PC, whatever. Yeah, what is your RPG hidden gem? That was an easy question. Fantastic Fuck DS action RPG starring a dog bounty hunter and a mecha in a steampunk post-apocalypse. Nice. Skies of Arcadia. Oh, think Skies of Arcadia with mecha. Suikoden or Shining Force 2. Disperia, but not translated yet. Also, fantastic localization, a really fun story. Also, I just leveled up again. Also, I asked this question without having a clear answer myself, because I mostly play mainstream RPGs. Fairly new the Battle Chasers RPG, which was adapted from a comic book in the late 1990s. Oh shit, I remember Battle Chasers. Battle Chasers was a Udon comic, right? Threads of Fate. CyberConnect 2 did Solata Robo. Udon comic sounds delicious. Udon was a big deal in the 90s. Sigma Star Saga is a deep cut. It's a shmup RPG combo reminiscent of Guardian Legend. That's cool. Phantasy Star RPGs are kind of slept on compared to the Nintendo and Sony console counterparts. I wouldn't dispute that. Dot Hack series on PS2 is neat. Really ambitious cyberpunk multimedia thing about kids playing a mysterious VR MMO and cyberpunk. Oh yeah, I know all about Dot Hack. I feel like Dot Hack was pretty big in the late 90s, early aughts. They got a shit ton of games. Shining in the Darkness. Kudelka is a pretty good JRPG on the PS1. There's Image. Anyway, I think in 2017, the artist created a game company released a game. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I remember that coming out and people saying it was pretty good. All right, we're back. Wait, is it Flora? Are you her? What? Alex is in Ismet Village, caught stealing. Take me there, please. Oh, okay. Sure. What kind of state am I in? I'm fine. I'll use an herb if I have to. Kudelka is neat as fuck. I love the cutscene presentation in Kudelka. Mocapped a bunch of stage actors and got them to perform on the live stage and digitized performances into the game. Whoa, that's pretty wild. Air Guys? Wait, isn't Air Guys a shmup? Or a beat 'em up? Or something? Air Guys is interesting. Fighting game RPG hybrid. Oh, okay. Oh, like Scott Pilgrim. It's also a dungeon crawler. Oh, Einhander. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't. Sorry, couldn't keep them straight. Oh, I imagine it happens a lot. They're not exactly distinctive names. Very close time periods for Square One was their thing. Fighting game tourney fighter mode, the mechanics also got translated in dungeon crawler Diablo-like mode. Not sure if Air Guys is objectively good. It doesn't need to be objectively good. I'm just looking for. I'm asking people about their hidden gems. As long as you think it's good, that's gem enough for me. I'm trying to think if I've even played any really obscure RPGs. I guess at this point Anachronox would be pretty obscure, huh? Etrian Odyssey 5, any really, but 5 is your big favorite? Fragile Dreams. Yeah, I feel like Anachronox is pretty forgotten. Good evening, Emerald. Wow, you made it. Fragile Dreams on Wii is like a dark exploration survival horror RPG hybrid thing. Really melancholic and neat. Made you cry, wow. What other RPGs have I played? It'd have to be PC. All the RPGs I played on console are pretty mainline. But I know I've played some weird stuff on PC. Oh, it's dark. You may be eaten by a babble. Brother visited past week and finally left earlier. How was that? What are you drinking? Water now. I ran out of drink. But it's just as well. I need to be in decent shape tomorrow. We're having a bunch of people over. Now that our yard's been landscaped and we have a Kakigori machine, it's party time. I've been online much within the past few days because that pretty great seeing him. Been a while. Nice, very nice. Soma Bringer, game by the Xenoblade devs. It's a DS action RPG by the Xeno creator's wife and some of the Chrono staff. It's you, isn't it? Who are you, ma'am? Don't you recognize me? I'm Flora, your wife. Don't you remember this? Smack. Flora, yes, it's me. What came over me? I must have lost my mind in fear after being attacked by monsters. Soldier, thanks for finding me. I remember hearing this from some children. The secret playground is 4 steps to the south and then 4 steps to the east to the village sign. Okay, 4 down, 4 east. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Last time I saw him, he wasn't really in a positive time, so it was a good change of pace. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Glad things are better now. Turn-based strategy RPGs are in than Stella Days. Oh, Tower of Time. Tower of Time on PC is the best implementation of real-time with pause combat I've ever seen. What are we talking about? I was asking folks about their RPG hidden gems. Yeah, basically underrated RPGs. Like, what's the best RPG that you've really enjoyed that you think is underrated, underappreciated, mostly unknown? 1, 2, 3, 4. Your ire's been roused. Space Funeral, Space Funeral, Space Funeral. We're gonna play Space Funeral one of these days. I just need to find a good night where, like, we finished what we're doing normally. Or no, I really just need to set aside one night for it, I think. Oh, hey, how about that? Come this way. Dark Cloud is very underrated. That game legit blew my mind. Crusader Kings 2. Good old Hurt Floors. Talking about Emerald's Brothers Strive remind me of Brothers Strive. His son's trans and they can't get any gender for me. Oh, that's awful. Dude, that's so awful. What the hell am I doing down here? Rogue Galaxy Obscure? Sure. I ain't gonna judge you. Brought the mood down a little there. I mean, it's stuff people have to face, and it's bullshit. No one should have the right to impinge on other people's liberties in that way. But conservatives are huge hypocrites on that front. What is this come this way shit? Oh! Yeet yourself down the well, obviously. Fool that I am. If you go that way, you'll go back. Alright, fine. Not that way. Well, which way, asshole? Not that way. Fine, Christ. This way is really indistinct. Fuck. Legit forgot check wells always isn't something bred into everyone because they all haven't played Dragon Quest games. Hi. Finds the flying shoes! I have obtained the flying shoes. I have the shoes and they fly. Can I equip them? Ragnar, where's the fly? Oh god! That rules! I love that! Oh my god, dude. That was great. Ah, shit, there's encounters now. God damn it. Cat kind of bitchy for the first time in his entire life. He literally never bit anyone in defense. He bites playfully, that was the first. Should I Dragon Quest 8 doing this with a zoom spell and having full-fledged animation where your entire party yeets the fucking ceiling? So wait, if I stay on the correct path on the way back out, will I not get attacked? So it sure seems that way. Of course, I'll never know if there's other treasure down here, but you know, it's fine. I ain't real hard up about it. I have a giant swollen bump on my face and I can barely eat or speak. Oh god! I didn't realize he bit you in the face. Damn. When you were in that first cave, did you see a heal slime? No. I've only seen healers outside. Oh no, I gotta find a way out of here because I... Wait. If I use the flying shoes here, can I yeet myself up out of that well? Maybe not. Damn it. All right, so yeah, I gotta find another way out of here. I do want to go back. Ah, perfect. Okay. Status concussed. Repeatedly concussed. What if I use the flying shoes here? Whee! Oh, we're just here now. Okay. Hi. Come this way, you brat. Let me go. I don't want to go. Uh-oh. I probably wasn't ready for this. Duck's bill. Got sapped. He did something. Oh, I am dead. I am fucked. Just yeet me out of this tower. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh yeah. Lethal Gopher, Duck's Bill, and Lillipa. Should've healed. Should've healed. Fuck! Well, I guess there went all my money, huh? Yeah, there went all my money. Maybe backseat you to a party member that offers free healing. Nah, I think I'm probably done with this for now. I think I'm probably good. Dying like that really takes the wind out of your sails. How do you save in this game? Oh wait, I'm here. I can talk to the king. The church? Oh yeah, there it is, save. Totally forgot. Yeah, that's alright. That's great. Nope. Good rest should invigorate you for tomorrow. Tomorrow, he says. Tomorrow, he says. So from 4 on, churches are the saves. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So. Does that deserve a full playthrough, chat? Tomorrow, it's only a few months away. Be down if you enjoyed it. It was certainly fine. You're in the most oh, yeah, I get that. It's like the tutorial, yeah. I have played other RPGs. I can tell. Also, I saw my wife play this game, so I have some idea of the structure of it. So what do they say about all this anyway? Flying shoes will be found. Ragnar discovers the location of the children's secret playground. Located in the playground is a well. Ragnar will have to jump into the well and search the maze at the bottom. Flying shoes are located in a chest on the second floor of the well's labyrinth. When Ragnar locates the chest and the flying shoes, he can use them as an item. Aptly named the flying shoes allow Ragnar to fly in the sky across the gaps. The most strong locked tower. Oddly enough, Ragnar will have found the child on the top of the set. Might make it easy. Yada yada yada. Okay. So they give you the broad strokes. Take Flora to her husband. Once he has flying shoes, he can go to the place with the thing. He says you played to know. Well, I didn't like watch everything over his shoulder, but I know, like, I understand the structure of the game. Wearing you a little, going back to level 1 beginner times every single chapter. And then there's Elena's adventure. Goes to the Coliseum and fights people. Arms merchant. The help of a few friends and a dog named Tov, Talon will get his own shop, but they'll have to earn well over 60,000 gold pieces. That's pretty cool. And then, okay. And then they break down chapter 5 in broad terms. Okay. You need a wagon, there's a lighthouse, a seed, you fight some dude, make some guy laugh, get a key, Palace of Necro Sorrow. There's a last genre shift in a shop management sim is really cool. That is cool. That's neat. I see King Slime down here. Dragon Quest Mystery Dungeon games, make that chapter the entire game. The legit need. That's cool. That's cool. Well, we got 15 minutes, chat. I guess let's finish the NES section. Let's go ahead and get through it. Remember, talk to everyone. Because I don't even know if you're gonna want to see Mickey's Safari in Letterland. Because it's about, oh boy, it's about spelling. Yeah, I'm good. Would you be down to play more because of your RP down? I am definitely not against it. I am definitely not against it. I've been considering the Dragon Quest series for a while now. And not even just 4 either. I would kind of be inclined to start with 3. Because I played 1 and 2 a fair bit, but never 3. I ain't spending coins on this. Mickey and his friends are setting out on a great safari all across Letterland, equipped with his trusty butterfly net. Mickey searches through jungles and tundra in his quest for letters, searching both high and low. He finds letters in the strangest places, high in trees, deep in caves. He finds a bunch of letters and whatever. I'm spending them on the second GBA request if no one else steps up by the end of the stream. You know, I say go for it. I don't think anybody is just going to randomly pop off with a GBA request at the end of the stream. Shit like that tends to happen more towards the beginning. We have audience participation with 3 now that I think about it. Yeah, don't you build your own party in 3 or something? Yeah, you make your own party and name them and select their classes. As long as it doesn't end up like the party we had for Final Fantasy 1. Making his friends reenact British expeditions during the colonial era. Oh, you can swap classes later at any time. Nice, okay. The animation in this educational game is top rate. All of Mickey's various actions have been humorously animated, adding to the fun. Carefully tiptoeing along, soaring through the air, scratching his head. Are a few examples of Mickey's entertaining antics and making this game where I had to stifle a yawn there. You can tell how excited I am at the prospect of this. Closer to Final Fantasy V in terms of being job system. Dragon Quest III popularized the job system. Chat will absolutely give you 3 goof offs. So what is this? Okay, how about Widget? I defeat Chaos with 4 away mages. So Sugar Addict, when I did Final Fantasy 1, chat got me to do, I believe it was Red Mage, White Mage, Black Mage. We did all mages. And you know what? We made it work up until the Temple of Chaos Revisited at the very end. And man, it just turned into the worst slog. So unfortunately, I've never beaten Final Fantasy 1 on stream. I mean, if we ever really wanted to do that, I could pick it back up with like a much more conventional team and whip through it, but yeah. I'd probably recommend the GBC port though. Slightly less grinding and includes some content dummied out of the Famicom version. Also defo retro enough to sell it retro charm. I read Nuclear Power. Oh yes, I remember 8-Bit Theater. I remember 8-Bit Theater clear as day. Fuck, I love that comic. Dude went on to write for like actual published comics, right? If I remember correctly. Widget is an awesome pint-sized alien, chat. Okay, I might take a look at both of them before I start, just to see which one I'm more comfortable with. Earth has been overrun by a host of nasty villains that are set on exploiting all of its natural resources. The people are being hypnotized, the whales are being kidnapped, and the minerals— oh my god, it's an eco-friendly See, I never watched Widget as a kid. Is this one of those like eco-conscious series or something? Hero has been sent to save the people of Earth in the form of a small purple alien named Widget. Armed with a small laser gun, the power transform. Widget will work his way through the trap set by like some Mega Slank and Bizarre Brain. Mega Slank sounds like it should be offensive. SNES 3 probably has a translation patch and should have most of the benefits of the GBC for prettier. Ooh, that would be tempting. Until you get cartoon game this issue. You're such a Mega Slank. So Widget can shapeshift into a cannon, a mouse, a rockman, a birdman, and a dolphin. Mega Slank, Dr. Dante, probably not the one from Devil May Cry. Flim Flam, Bizarre Brain, and Last Stage. Now I gotta deal with the different enemies in the final stage. Whatever. SNES port is built on top of the engine for Dragon Quest 6. Oh, that's cool. Alright, yeah. I guess we're not very excited at the prospect of Widget, so, what's on the next page? Okay, look. I think I'm done playing stuff for tonight. I think I can say that. I think we've gone far enough. I'm gonna turn off requests. Let's see what's on the next page. Let's see what's awaiting us, on Thursday. When we come back around to this. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll save that. We'll save reading through that on Thursday, because that could be really interesting. That looks like the full index of Capcom games. We could probably spend an entire evening on that. Mega Man X, I only peeked at it. So, I don't know. Honestly, I think this is a good place to stop. Mega Man Zero, not a chance, no. Mega Man Zero is way further down the line. I mean, we're in year 2 of the Super NES's lifespan. Like, the Game Boy Color doesn't exist yet, so we're a ways off from a lot of things, so. Yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. We'll pick back up with that Capcom feature next time, and that'll be on Thursday. That'll be on Thursday of next week. We'll see how far we can get. I mean, we've got the Capcom feature, we've got the top 20, and we've got Now Playing as the big roadblocks to finishing this issue. Depending on how request happy you are and how distracted we get by rants and things, we may finish this issue next week, which would kind of be ideal, I think. Just looking at the schedule, because like I said, I'm thinking about Blasphemous 2 in a couple weeks. So yeah, but we'll talk more about that next week. Anyway, remember Hidden Gem and post in Discord. Nice, yeah, we can keep the conversation going there. All right, so schedule tomorrow night, not streaming. It's Sunday. You know how it is. On Monday, we're back to Might and Magic 7. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be right back here to the magazine on Thursday. I doubt we'll finish it. Ninja 5-0. Oh, God. I don't think we'll finish it, but we might get it within spitting distance. Thursday will also be the last night to fill in that survey, that vote that's going around. In fact, I'll post it one more time if there's anybody who's straggled in who wants to give their impressions. The question is simple. In the past year, in the past 12 months from now, what was the best full playthrough that we did? Or what are the best full playthroughs that we did? And what are the best Friday features that we've been doing lately? And if there's something you're particularly looking forward to in the coming year, what is it? What do you want to tell me about? You can fill that out all the way through the end of next Thursday's stream. And then on Friday, we're going to gather up. We're going to chat about the results and then maybe play some games based on what stuff was voted in as the best. And then more than likely more power hours on Saturday as well. And maybe we'll finish the magazine then. This is all just pure speculation. There's no good way to figure out how long an issue is going to take. I thought it possible that we might just start a full playthrough of not Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest IV tonight. If there was a huge groundswell of support for that, but I like where we're at right now. So anyway, with all that said, let's go find somebody to raid. Let me send you off just a wee bit early, just a little bit. That way I can bed down soon and rest, because after all that yard work I did today, I'm pretty beat. Oh my god, Kiwi's up. Kiwi is up. Kiwi is playing Baldur's Gate 3. We saw a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3 last night with Maryland Cats, but there's more than enough Baldur's Gate 3 to go around for everybody. So let's go hang out. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for joining me for yet another journey through the Power Hours. I feel like it's been a good one. The Power Players section was not the unmoving hell that I thought it might be. The NES selection was not great, but it was, I don't know, merciful. Having Dragon Quest IV in there, I think really brightened spirits. I think that helped a lot, that we could just spend an hour of the stream on that. But yeah, good times. Thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I will see you all on Monday for the continuation of Might and Magic 7. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.